one. Oh. There would be only one reason why it wouldn't be in this column. It was just a blueprint. I'm gonna read a little bit of the first Oswind.
Okay.
The first Oswind saw in August 18th, 1944, an order for 100 Oswinds, the original Oswind. It was replaced after 16 trials in hell and replacing the Whirlwind Oswind 1 proven cancer. Type 37 Black 43, both Oswind. Yeah, the Kuga Blitz replaced everything. The Kuga Blitz was the ultimate AA gun. That was the end game.
Yeah.
Excited about open up. It was issued to the Flacken one, Flacken bands and AA
Flak.
platoons, and Flak Panzer divisions.
Sorry, I have this itch. Every time I hear a German word, I have an itch to try and pronounce it. So I immediately get engaged. Well, not just German, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I do it for other languages too sometimes.
Yeah, there's a few in here that could have just replaced the fucking goddamn Wellian and
Did you?
been just as successful.
Yeah. Did you find the
Osprey 2?
the one with the 4 guns that you mentioned? It's like the Kugel.
Oh, yeah, I just went past it. Give me a minute, though. I want the Oswin, too, because that
Oh yeah. Let's stay on topic and then we'll look at that later. I don't want. Well, never mind. Your memory's better than mine at the moment. I've been really tired lately. I've been having trouble sleeping. But yeah.
Found it.
A lot of that.
The Oswin 2 never made it. It was introduced in 1945. Never went past Blueprint.
So he said Fly thinks that they need to add more modern war stuff, right?
Well, he wants the F-35, the F-22.
Well, he wanted what was that one, the really big one with like 6 jet engines? He wanted that a while back before there were any modern vehicles in the game at all. Like, that's nothing new. I mean, as far as that goes.
But 279 was one of them that I needed to turn that factory in a month or a couple months. The fuckers had it out.
Oh no. I just did something stupid. I was trying. I need one more award to get one of those challenges for the battle pass, and I just dove into the ground by accident. I hit the wrong key, and my plane rolled over and pulled up towards the ground, and I was like, no. I wasn't even 200 meters off the ground. Or wait, maybe I was, but there wasn't enough time to get over it. I'm an idiot. It was going so well too.
Yeah, that vehicle. Because the combat records are assuming. I'm going to assume right now. Speaking of something. The 341, aka the German Panther 8 ACAC. They're showing people standing next to it with the wooden mock-up. How interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was real physically. You can see it. The Flak-Verlin.
Flak-Verlin?
Vierlin.
Verlin, really. Yeah, that sounds right. How I said it a second ago sounds right to me.
Only one prototype was built. Only one prototype built in December 1944, so they did test trials there. And like I said, it has the same
Damn, that's right. When the war ended just about.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
war's
Why the
already over
fuck
at that
didn't?
point.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like how Gaijin's logic went to a fucking Asuin too, and it's like
maybe
it
it was
never
popular
existed.
demand.
Well, shit. I have the Rosslyn 1, it was good, but you don't need a fucking dual wield system to take care of the fucking problem. That thing alone would have caused more devastation.
Yeah, I was curious about that. That's part of why I never researched it when they released it. I was like, why would I need a double one? The single one worked fine. I mean,
It does.
it's like what, a
I think
37, 40? No, it's a 40 millimeter, right?
twin 37 millimeters.
Yeah. Like it just takes one shot. I never bothered
Not only
because of
just the
that.
one. Not only that, but
Of course, I have it now because I want to try it out because a friend of mine did. But I completely forgot about it being in the game for a while.
the Oswood too.
Yeah, I
Yep.
completely forgot about it. That and the Kugel Blitz. Because I
Google
was fine
Blitz
with my
ain't going
Werbel.
nowhere.
I practiced with the first
Google
Ostwin and got
Blitz.
real good with it, but that's before my current situation existed. So I just stick with the Werbel because that's like my favorite.
Google Blitz is very good too.
Of course it is. You got those 30s, man. It's just that
They're devastating.
I just got to learn how to use it, and my current situation is kind of frustrating. So I just like, nah. I think I'll stick with the Werbel for now. It's fast firing, accurate, 420s. I'll be good. And then recently I've been messing with it a little bit.
Yep.
Alright, so they got
Google
the.
Blitz.
So they never made an Ostwin, they just have documents, paper blueprints, right?
As far as my records show, if it doesn't show a combat service or even a schematic in it, I have to go physically search the book's documentary. Actually, the index will tell me exactly where it is, but I found it before. But top wagon from Panzer 470.
Hey, I was curious. You know how you have the Jagdpanzer 4, and then there's the Panzer 470 all of a sudden. Didn't it say Jagdpanzer 470 before, or am I crazy?
No, you're right on that. They changed that up a little bit. The name could flop it as far as I remember.
Okay, because I
There's
was
the
telling
link.
I was telling Silver about him, like, because I call it the Jagdpanzer 470, and he's
Oh,
like,
found it.
but he says,
116. I found exactly where that bastard is.
uh-huh,
Here it is. Yes, I was looking at it.
uh-huh.
Ha! I didn't even get produced. Ah! History. As early as October 1940, Hitler had called for the Flakpanzer armed with twin 3.7mm flags as the best intentional solution to until the Kugelblitz had been fully developed. In January 1945, Ubenston Productions a prototype of the Aswin II, which had 3.7 meters Flakpanzer. This was the same basic weapon system as the 43. The original guns had been mounted side by side in order to accumulate the Aswin's turnout. Loss in the Ubens factory and subsequently disruption ensured that no production followed. So it was technically real, but it never passed.
I never actually did anything.
Nope. Broke it before it was started.
Yeah,
Okay, so
a lot of stuff
hey,
was.
but that tells me that it was bombed out by the bombers. The there's no picture here of it.
Yeah,
It's gone, which means we don't know what it would side by side. Okay,
yeah.
uh,
You also got to remember a lot of pictures and movie reels and stuff got destroyed in the bombings too.
test. No, but even by the Allies, they would have noticed driving. People would have taken pictures. The Allies troops, especially, because they documented everything with
Yeah,
intelligence.
unless it was completely blown up. You know about the Tiger chassis? They still don't have a clue what it is. There's this weird Tiger chassis that they found, and it was. I don't
Tiger
remember how
1P.
it looked. What's that?
Tiger 1P.
No, not that one. It's
It's
another one.
different.
This one's different. It's almost like a tiger, but it's not quite. I can't remember it. I have to go back and look. But there's this one tiger chassis that is it's almost like a tiger, but it's not. And they
VK 3001H or VK 1601
I
H.
yeah.
Looks like a tiger but smaller. Has interesting different type of little things. It was the test bed for the Tiger one before it ever went out. Angel designed it in '41. It was a basic bed. The it looks like the Stir and Meal took it later on.
Yeah, they still don't know what it was. But I'd have to go back and try and find where I found that information from.
Well, I have it right here. All the processors, which is the rarest pieces now. Like I said, there's a lot they could do in War Thunder to give itself more of a hiccup. They said there's a lot of little shit that they could put in. Like, though, I remember the excuse was Gaijin. At one point, when people were asking for World War II vehicles, the excuse came from the developers. There's nothing in World War II for us left.
Well, who told them that?
That was the developers' answers to a question, a
My
development
goodness.
question answer. No,
Yeah,
that's from the developers. That's bad. I was like, okay, somebody fire him first. Because he's an
that's
obvious idiot.
strange. I remember there was another developer question where they said that there's other possibilities they can explore.
Yeah, no, but the one I remember was actually documented on the computer. Pull it up anytime. And
Yeah, because I used
oh,
to follow the Q&A, because I'd love seeing what they'd say.
well, I still do. Because I want to know what's your
Well,
fucking plan here of attack. Because you are
same.
screwing us.
But there was a couple of
Vehicle.
times where I didn't really get to. Because,
Really want to know how.
I didn't have access to a computer for about a couple of months.
Yeah.
I got that P-51.
The Puma variants. So
Alright,
there's a
buddy.
lot of shit that could just come in the game. They just need to do the documentation on the history. It's all there. It's stuck for many years behind fucking doors, but they don't. They try, but they can't get them all. Point is the company I thought was pretty small still, Gaijin. Because I heard World of Tanks is worth billions, and Gaijin's not even a quarter of their worth.
Yeah, this is true.
How is this true? They're starting to develop this shit.
wait, what are you referring to? I think I'm confused.
I'm referring to World of Tanks versus War Thunder. World of Tanks is worth billions of dollars. Gaijin's worth not even a quarter, I heard.
Well, I'm not sure for sure, but I do know that World of Tanks does get a lot.
Yep.
You also got to remember, you got to pay for premium money. And in there too. And then they have the also World of Tanks gets these sponsored events that they also profit from, and they also get special what the fuck is it? Free marketing
But
that also makes
yeah,
them
but
money.
you know what's funny? Who's gonna have the balls to drop first and bring the Strum Tiger game?
I know, right? Stern.
It's time to drop the balls, boys. Put it in fucking War Thunder. I want to shoot people with a 380 millimeter fucking rocket. Ooh! I mean,
A lot of
I'm
people.
sorry, but I can see Gaijin doing it for fucking World of Tanks. World of Tanks has an utter hate for the Strum Tiger. For some reason or another, I'm like, it was actually a tank I would like to see in War Thunder World of Tanks, because I said, in World of Tanks, they'll fuck it up. I said, in War Thunder, I actually be very curious to this little TD. I said, it would be kind of funny to sit around
Yeah.
a corner, just wait for a fucking load of idiots, and just say, Battle Akbar!
I know, right? Because World of Tanks, they artificially modify like armor values and stuff a lot to fit the tier systems and stuff. But in War Thunder, they do it. They do it differently.
Change out
So
the
I would be
metric.
curious.
Well, because it's already a chassis, but unfortunately, Gaijin nor World of Tanks or Wargaming are willing to admit when they pull the balls out and say, put that in, because I really wish they would. Because the game, I really wanted to do is put a push for those vehicles. Gaijin can do this. They have the resources. I can't
Yeah.
say they have the resources to put these vehicles in the game and capable. It's time to grow up, guys. Honestly, I'm like, this is just stupid in comparison to everything I've mediocrity have talked about in most vehicles. I mean, the one that I would very much love to see, and I would laugh at fucking World of Tanks and tell them fucks have nothing, I win, is this vehicle. The GW Tiger.
I think I've heard that name before.
17 centimeter artillery.
170 millimeters?
170 millimeter gun.
Damn.
It physically existed at the end of the war. The carcass is actually behind multiple tanks. Actually, you know where you can see it? I put it in Tyler's Discord not long ago. Let's see. Because I put all the real pictures I find. Any vehicle or
Yeah.
find what I can find. And I usually ain't dumbass. It physically existed. That was the point I put on everybody, is if it physically existed, there's a small chance of the fucking thing to bother to come to the game.
I mean, there are some tanks that it's not hard to think that it would work if it did anyway. I mean,
It's a artillery piece, yeah.
I know the Ostwind 2 didn't technically exist, but wouldn't it work
then
though?
it died. Huh?
Oh, it did? Okay, it got squashed.
It got bombed by B-17s flying over, just carpet bomb factories, which put them out of commission.
Okay, then I'll try to think of a different tank as a better example, but still, like if it was on paper and those parts already existed and it just changes it slightly to fit that paperwork, then wouldn't it not be too much of a stretch to think that it would work anyway and then add it?
There's a lot of factors to that crap, though. That
But I mean,
really
the Ostwind 2 is what I was thinking of when I was thinking that.
Oswin 2 could work. There's always a technical thing that could make it work in a retrospect.
I mean, there are other guns that weren't just the tank ones that worked together too, right?
Yup.
Oh, sorry, Mike. And the nose was itching. There's gaps in some of my knowledge when it comes to the specifics of these things. I could have asked my grandfather, probably, he was in the Air Force, and he helped build the X-15. He used to work at Lockheed after all that. He was actually part of a squadron. That's all I really know. I don't know much about it. Anyways, yeah, there's some gaps in my memory and knowledge when it comes to some of this stuff. Specifics. So I get curious.
The airfield is ours. We've got to hold it.
There's this guy that made a video on YouTube recently. He said the F4 Phantom. What did he say? I don't remember if he said it was useless or anything, but he said that the game doesn't spot planes unless they're too close. He said you can't spot them. And in his example, he's shown the plane being spotted by the game. And I'm like, can't you just use your eyes? So that got me curious. Because his argument was that the game's not using the Phantom to its full potential because of radar not working or something like that. What do you think about this?
There's glitches and problems. I'm well aware about
But-
them before, but it's
I mean, I've picked up things on radar before on different planes before I've actually seen them, but I usually see them, I could just see them just fine. You look at the specs in the sky.
yeah, that's true.
But I don't have the Phantom, so...
I've
And,
never heard anything.
and I don't watch YouTube at full 1080p quality really much anyway, so I couldn't pick it out. I didn't try to see if I could see it on the video, and his argument is that you rely on your team as the F4 Phantom because it can't deal with problems on its own. But once again, I don't know much about it. I don't have it.
Zach,
Getting down.
who the fuck?
Need cover.
I am so confused right now.
Thanks. I agree.
What's happened? You okay?
Yeah, I'm thinking here.
I don't know how I just did it, but I just dove on a mosquito in this BF-110 and got him.
Frustrating me right now. Pictures.
Take a breath, man.
Read.
Damn.
Historical and
I made a sandwich earlier. I'm gonna snack on that for a minute. So I'm gonna be more quiet than usual.
I'm trying to find those fucking pictures. Okay, I ain't never gonna find those pictures, but you can look up the GW Tiger. It existed. Another vehicle they could add to War Thunder to counterbalance the fucking artillery system. It would be so fucking huge, it's ridiculous. But I mean, they had the Class 3P,
True.
so a 17 centimeter fucking artillery gun, bad. Bam! Okay,
Yeah.
I got 3 minutes to reload.
Yeah, they got the SPH.
This yoink.
Oh yeah. My friend Seth took some pictures of a plane and some tanks at a museum. And his dad actually worked on a couple of them. The more modern ones.
Way I'm gonna head off because
Okay.
I will talk to you later.
Yeah, get some good rest.
Yep, take it easy.
Well, that was a good, interesting one. I'll see you